Okay, it's time now for our focus report, which today comes from outside our own doorstep here in Paris. A new scheme has recently been born called Le Carillon in French, or the doorbell in English. That's the name that's been given to a network of shops that are providing very welcome free services to the capital's homeless. Whether it's just a free cup of coffee or a meal, or for access to toilets or a PowerPoint, the scheme has proved to be a vital link between those sleeping rough in the capital and the rest of society.
It's nearly impossible to walk through the streets of Paris without noticing the many homeless people. Persons for whom simple, everyday actions, like going to the restroom or charging one's phone, are a struggle. Harper is 19 years old. She's now using the city's brand new bus stops to charge her cell.
Oui, on a besoin d'un portable quand on est dehors et c'est important de pouvoir le charger au moins une fois dans la journée et avoir un peu de batterie pour aller rejoindre des personnes ou quand on a besoin d'aide pour des choses, quoi.
Harper will wait for her phone to reach a 40% charge before the winter cold pushes her indoors. Meanwhile, for 22-year-old Giovanni, access to water is, from his experience, the biggest challenge facing those living rough on the streets.
Par exemple, du genre pour se laver les mains ou un truc comme ça, c'est vraiment chaud, quoi. C'était genre l'eau toilette aussi et surtout l'eau courante. Parce que des fois, dans des caves ou un truc comme ça, on n'a pas d'eau. Ou dans des parcs, ça va encore, il y a de l'eau, mais des fois, il n'y a plus d'eau, quoi. Et les toilettes. C'est surtout ça qui manque.
Drawing from this observation and wanting to help the city's homeless in a simple and direct manner, Frenchman Louis-Xavier Leca founded Le Carillon, the doorbell, a local network reaching out to the homeless people based on mutual assistance and on Parisian businesses, be it cafés, hairdressers, restaurants, or whatnot.
Là, par exemple, on a une boutique du réseau. Alors, on voit bien qu'ils sont labellisés Carillon, donc c'est vraiment le logo de la structure, chacun pour tous. Et on voit les petits pictogrammes qui vont représenter les services offerts. Donc ici, par exemple, une personne en situation de précarité peut aller remplir sa gourde, bénéficier d'un petit verre d'eau. Donc voilà, c'est un moyen très très simple pour qu'elle sache que cet endroit va être bienveillant, va être à l'écoute et il va bien les accueillir.
Giovanni has been using the services offered by this local initiative for the last couple of weeks now.
Bonjour. Bonjour. Je viens de la part du Carillon.
Ouais.
Je voudrais manger quelque chose, j'ai le bon.
Ok. Écoute, installe-toi un peu comme tu veux, et puis je vais te servir ça.
The young man has no family and just a couple of friends that can occasionally help him out. He's been living on the streets for 4 years now. He's had to face bitter cold, hunger, and solitude. But the worst, he says, is how the wider society looks at him.
Hop.
Ça a de la gueule.
Voilà.
Merci. Je vois ici, il me parle normalement, pas comme si j'étais sans abri, ni avec pitié, ni avec dégoût, ni rien du tout, quoi. Genre juste normalement, quoi. Et ça, c'est déjà énorme. Déjà juste pour le mental, c'est déjà énorme.
And it's not only about free stuff. A bit of warmth and friendliness goes a long way.
C'est pour ça que nous, on propose voilà, un burger. Les gens doivent s'asseoir. Enfin, moi, je fais s'asseoir. Il y a beaucoup de personnes qui prennent à emporter, qui ont, à mon avis, sont un peu timides, un petit peu honte de rester au restaurant. Mais moi, j'ai envie de les asseoir, de leur offrir un repas comme tout le monde, qui ait une petite heure, une petite demi-heure de monsieur, madame, tout le monde, quoi.
Services offered by these Carillon-labeled stores are also helping homeless people feel less ostracized from the rest of society.
Ça, c'est aussi l'ADN du Carillon, c'est de ne plus créer forcément une relation aidant-aidé classique, avec une distanciation, mais plutôt de remettre les personnes à la rue vraiment au cœur de la société, c'est-à-dire au cœur des liens qui se font dans des boutiques.
For the time being, the Carillon network only exists in a few districts across Paris. But the goal is to spread throughout the capital and develop new services, even high-end services. This optician, for instance, is preparing a pair of prescription glasses for a homeless person.
On est sur du beau standard. On est sur un objet créatif qui va être super robuste. J'ai jamais vu ça après-vente de cases de lunettes sur cette série-là.
With the help of his suppliers, this optician can hand out around 30 pairs of glasses every year, and without sacrificing quality.
Le bas de gamme, c'est un vrai piège pour eux, parce que c'est des lunettes dans lesquelles ils auraient mal vu, des lunettes qui auraient été très fragiles, et donc il y aurait une durée de vie super courte, puisque quiconque, ils ont besoin de cette qualité parce qu'elle est mise à l'épreuve tous les jours. Ils ont besoin de savoir aussi qu'il y a des gens qui leur tendent la main pour dire qu'ils méritent de la qualité, qu'ils ont la dignité adéquate pour avoir de la qualité.
Night has fallen over Paris as we meet up again with Giovanni. After spending the day outside, he's now looking for a place to warm up. This bar too has the Carillon label, indicating to Giovanni he's welcome to enjoy a free cup of coffee. The owner did not hesitate for a second to join the local network.
Je le faisais avant, naturellement. C'est-à-dire que je proposais aux gens du quartier qui sont sans domicile fixe de venir boire des cafés. Je le fais encore régulièrement le soir. Donc en fait, moi je m'inscris juste dans un dispositif. En fait, c'est dans la continuité de ce qu'on fait déjà, quoi. Ça correspond totalement à nos valeurs.
Values that are shared by many people in Paris and elsewhere. These simple gestures are making the everyday lives of homeless people a bit less difficult. That's a non-business model that's really worth something.
C'est du café italien, ça c'est sûr.
Well, you can, of course, watch that report again in full on our website. But to examine this concept a little further, I'm joined here on set by Arnaud Poissonnier, the president and founder of Babylone, which bills itself as being France's very first platform for philanthropic lending, helping communities around the world who don't have access to a normal banking system. Thank you very much for being with us here on France 24 today. First of all, your website describes Babylone as being a blend of crowdfunding, microfinance and social entrepreneurship. For those that don't know, just exactly how does this scheme work?
Yes, it's what we call a microcredit crowdfunding platform. The website allowed people who want to help other people in the world to make loans to microcredit beneficiaries all over the world. So you come on the website, you choose the microcredit beneficiary you want to finance, to help, and with your credit card you make a very small loan beginning at 10 euros, for instance, and this loan will finance maybe a part of this small project in South countries, for instance. And at the end of the project, you will be reimbursed of your loan, and then you will be able to help another people by doing a new loan on another project. This is a new way of helping people by the loan, a new way of helping people by crowdfunding approach.
Our report that we just saw there was about shops and businesses that are helping the homeless for free. That's not exactly what you're doing, but you're still helping communities in need. What have the results been from your scheme?
It's very impressive because when you launch new way of helping people, innovative way of helping people, internet users come on your platform and enter in action to help people. For instance, at Babylon, since the beginning of the story 8 years ago, we federated more than 44,000 people, Babylonians we call them, and they landed a global amount of more than 15 million euros, financing more than 31,000 different families all over the world. We are working today in 17 different countries, so it's very impressive to see how people are answering what we propose in terms of a new way of helping people.
If you can just tell our viewers just exactly how vital is it, this link between associations or organisations like yourselves and the homeless community or those in need? How vital is that link?
The point is we have to make the link between internet user and on the ground, on the field, association and people who help other people. So, for instance, at Babylon, we used to work with a microfinance institution. We used to meet microfinance institutions which used to deliver microcredit day after day. And when we meet that kind of microfinance institution, we suggest them to post on the website some of their microcredit beneficiaries so that Babylonians can finance them. And it's a very good way of working and making the link between an internet website and professional working on the field and helping people like microcredit institutions.
But many people at home might be watching and saying that it should be down to individual national governments to be filling this hole. What would you say to them?
I think, today poverty issues are so huge and so big that it's not possible today for states, for governments to solve all the problems, all the issues in the world. It's so expensive to do that we don't have any choices. Civil society has to endorse and to enter in action to help people also. And today, as with crisis, government and states don't have enough money to cover and to face social issues. So we don't have choice, and people has to enter in action to help people. And internet and all new tools of innovative tool in terms of social impact are very, very useful to complete what states are able to do.
And very briefly, what would your message be to those people that are watching now and want to take part in your scheme? What would you say to them?
I think it's very interesting for people who have a little amount of cash with them to dedicate a small amount of cash in a new way of helping people. For instance, on the philanthropic crowdfunding approach, it's very funny because it's not funny, but it's very useful. But you will affect a part of your cash, but you don't give the cash. You will make a loan. So, for instance, if you want to make a loan of 100 euros. And at the end of the period of the loan you did, if you want, you can take back your cash and do something else with it. It's a new way of helping. You don't give the cash, you make a loan. So it's very much more easy to do because it's still your cash, but you are helping many people with that.
Okay, Arnaud Poissonnier from Babylone. Thank you very much for being with us here on France 24 today. Thank you very much.